confession to make. I hate insurance. I really do. However, with traveling insurance, some countries actually require it. Also, there's some of them have some really nice perks and benefits I didn't even know about, and the price on some of them are really low, so it's at least worth considering and looking into. And plus, today I want to go over some hidden things about traveling insurance, which is just, you should really know about, okay? I really do think that. So why is it a good idea to consider traveling insurance? Well, here's the thing. When I traveled through Southeast Asia, for example, that's just one example, I've had a lot of stuff stolen from me and lost. I've gotten sick. I've had plans change. And all this travel insurance can help with, okay? So it's worth considering. And, especially, here's why you should consider, okay? If your trip is non-refundable, you're traveling internationally, you're going to remote adventure spots, you're senior traveling, you should consider it. And you should skip it if your book's already fully refundable, it's a short domestic trip, you already have high-end premium credit card with perks, and that's when you should consider skipping it. But here's the three main ones. And the main one that I want to at least throw your way is ECTA here, and how they're different. Now, ECTA is an insurance company. The other ones, visitors coverage and insure by, are like brokers, like agents. They have a lot of different ones. But the ECTA one is dirt cheap. And what's kind of cool about ECTA, though, is not only is it the cheapest, but it's fast. You can get a policy within 60 seconds. But if you're traveling solo, which is what I like to do, to be honest with you, I travel with people too. And I travel it's just great to get out of the country if you can. I think it's just a wonderful thing to kind of grow your mind and look at how other people live. But the cool thing about ECTA is this 24/7 assistance that acts like a travel partner. They can help you find nearest English-speaking doctors, make deals with them, and I noticed this when I was in Southeast Asia too, medical emergency and the doctor visits, they kind of add up. And some of them are kind of sketchy too, because I remember going there too, because I got injured and sick too, and once offering one price, another doctor saying, "Wait, they're trying to get more money from me," because it's just corruption, man. I mean, I'll give you another story too. I was out there in Southeast Asia, and I remember getting, I had a motorbike, and the police stopped me, right? And they were saying all this bullshit, and I said, I have no money, I have no money. And as I'm saying that, the price is dropping, and I kept saying it. And then he's losing money because he's dealing with me. And I was just being a pain in the ass. I knew he was just after because I was a foreigner. And then eventually he let me go, all right, fine, get the hell out of here. He let me go. That's what you do. Obviously, it depends on certain countries and stuff like that. I've heard too in Mexico, if they try to scam you, the police, you got to say, okay, I'll pay you at the police station. I'm going to pay you here. And there's a whole game in a lot of countries. It's really, it's just a different way of life. That's all I got to say. But yeah, this ECTA covers, stuff that gets stolen. I have so much stuff stolen from me. It's insane how all the stuff I got. I had motorbikes stolen from me when I was over there in Southeast Asia. It can reimburse you on hotels and flights, which is amazing. That just happens. When I was in France, on that train, they struck. On the day I was traveling, there was a strike. And, I had to re-navigate and I had to do all this crazy shit. That's part of traveling. You just have to go with the flow, as they saying goes. But there's no age limit with this one, right? It's valid in any country. It covers COVID-19 treatment and quarantine costs. So this one's worth looking into. And these other ones are more expensive. These are good if somebody wants to travel to the United States because our healthcare system it's all jacked up, to be honest with you. So that's something that, of course, anyways. But these are the differences, all three of them. Now I want to talk about the hidden things with travel insurance, okay? It's a really good idea to buy insurance within 14, 21 days to every trip, not the last minute. Because if an old injury flares up, they can deny a claim. You get more benefits if you book it out. like pre-existing condition waivers or something called a CFAR, cancel for any reason. You pay a little bit of money, but for any reason, you can cancel it and it gets refunded. So that's something to know about. Especially if you have an expensive trip and your job's unpredictable, stuff like that. Also, before I forget, if you like this video, if you got something from it, please consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button. Okay. Next up is pre-existing conditions. Insurers, they look back 60 to 180 days, and if you had a doctor's visit, changing drugs, even symptoms, it's considered a pre-existing condition. Another thing which is really good to note about too, with traveling insurance, is it's for sightseeing. So if you're drunk and you go to the medical emergency room and they test you for alcohol, they could just deny your claim, right? If you're, so this is a fine print too. Like hiking above a certain amount, they could deny your claim. Stuff like that. Okay. And also for traveling insurance, it's better to say you want the primary medical coverage. That's better because they paid the bill first if anything happens. If it says it's second, then that's a headache. The reason why is because, say your travel insurance, they put medical as second, they first have to go through your primary insurance, which they'll deny it, and it creates this huge paper trail mess where it could take 3 to 6 months before you get reimbursed, and you have to look out for stuff that gets sent to your home. It's just a massive headache. So that's something that you should be aware of, and it's kind of good to know about if you're considering traveling insurance as well. But yeah, I mean, here's the truth. I mean, if you travel, there's things that you can do to boost up your. I highly recommend this, your gut, because your body is not. If you're traveling to other countries, it's not. It's just the environment, the food. Your system's not used to it. So, getting sick and getting diarrhea or something like that, there's a higher chance of doing that. There's precautions you can take. But one great idea is you can build up your gut system, and I recommend this is something called prebiotics, and that's way better than probiotics. And there's really inexpensive prebiotics you can take before you go, and that will help you without getting sick. Okay, so I'll put this whole post with all these resources down below in the description, the first comment. If you want to know more ways on how to not get sick if you travel, I made a whole post on, diarrhea and prevent getting sick with all kinds of crazy ideas. And most importantly, what do you do if you do get sick and you have diarrhea? Because I'm being honest with you, it could ruin your trip. I've been sick multiple times traveling. So it's something to look into. And I'll put the post in this video because I have like a whole bunch of ways on this up here. And I'll put it down in the description too. All right, anyways, you have a wonderful and, blessed rest of your day. Okay, bye.